To successfully change your life, you have to realize that most of the limits that exist are created in your own mind. We're our own biggest enemy a lot of the time, and we sabotage our progress significantly. The man who says that he can and the man who says that he can't are both correct. Your rise to success will come when you decide to become the person you want to be. And despite what you may think right now, you are absolutely capable of achieving the dream life you want and becoming part of the top 1% of complete winners. You don't need motivation, you need clarity. You see, the cause of most people's downfall and the reason why they procrastinate their biggest goals is a lack of clarity. If your goal is super vague and you haven't defined clear steps to achieving it, it is insanely easy to procrastinate and never start at all. And when I think about this, this actually makes a lot of sense when I look back at my life. During my teenage and young adult years so far, when I was struggling with being skinny and wandering through life aimlessly, I found myself fixating on some broad and quite blurry goals. For example, wanting a sick aesthetic physique, becoming more popular, earning more money, becoming more fulfilled. But what does becoming fulfilled even mean? How would I even do that? It's nice that I wanted a cool physique, but what are the steps to even get there? How does one even start with that? It was just this vague thing like, oh, I want to get a physique. Oh, I want some more money. Of course I never started. Of course I procrastinated. There was no way to start. It was just so much anxiety. It was just so much friction. Maybe you felt this way too, where your goals have seemed distant and blurry, and they just linger as dreams without clear paths to achieve them. I broke down what I wanted into smaller, achievable steps, and I shifted my identity from a lazy, unhealthy procrastinator to a disciplined, healthy person who takes action and control of his life. It pretty much all starts in the mind and having that realization that you don't want to be that person anymore who feels stuck in life. Unfortunately, so many people stay in this stage and never take action because they've settled for mediocrity and comfort. To provide you with the clarity you need, let me show you step by step how you're actually going to get ahead of 99% of people and get on the fast track to achieving the goals and success that you've always wanted. The first step is to become extremely aware of where you are right now and what daily habits and actions you're taking that are keeping you in the position that you currently are at. As Newton's third law states, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So what you put in is what you get out. The average person wants outstanding results, but is unwilling to put in the outstanding effort and discipline that it takes for them to get there. Most people will literally repeat the same behaviors over and over again, and they'll complain that their life hasn't gotten better, that they haven't made any progress. And this is why you've probably heard the quote before: to achieve what no one else has, you must be willing to do what no one else does. To push past 99% of people and to achieve extraordinary results, you must be willing to set large, audacious goals and commit wholeheartedly to them. Unfortunately, many people won't do this because they are convinced that they are incapable of achieving great things. They'll settle for being mediocre because of their limiting beliefs. It's time to break free from that mindset and set large, ambitious goals that push your boundaries. In October of this year, I initially set myself a goal to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year. And then I thought to myself, only 100? Is that really all I'm capable of? Only 100 subscribers? I was pushing a narrative to myself that I was only capable of 100 subscribers. I capped my worth off at that, right? So I said, you know what? No, I'm going to set myself a goal to hit 1,000 subscribers in less than 3 months with little to no YouTube experience or skills. And having that courage and tapping into that excitement of the thought of hitting 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is something I never thought I could do. It always seemed kind of like a vague, distant idea. The excitement of that goal allowed me to take the action, and seeing myself hitting that goal allowed me to take the action and necessary steps I need to do to push past that goal and hit over 1,700 subscribers. And it's not even the end of the year yet. And make sure you stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to show you exactly how I changed my identity to be able to make that transformation. A big mistake you might be making is overly fixating on the final result that you'll get from your hard work and effort. And I'm telling you from personal experience, if you overly fixate on that shiny, nice reward that you're gonna get at the end after you've put in that time and effort, your motivation will die fast, like really, really fast. And as humans, this is scientifically proven, by the way, we are more likely to do something difficult if we genuinely enjoy the process, if we enjoy doing it. So we're doing it for intrinsic reasons, intrinsic motivation, rather than focusing on the extrinsic results or the potential reward we get at the end. In early 2022, when I was skinny and unhealthy, I set a goal for myself to build an aesthetic physique that I was proud of. And at first, I struggled to stay consistent and would just kind of go to the gym whenever I felt like it. It was only when I started to enjoy each workout and fully immerse myself in them that I started to look forward to the workouts themselves and fell in love with the journey, the fitness journey. The results came in pretty quickly from the consistency and served as some bonus motivation, but still to this day, I lift weights because I love lifting and how it makes me feel, not because it'll get me to look a certain way, even though that's pretty nice though, I can't lie. Like I said, if you want to level up, you have to be willing to do what most people are not willing to do, and that is to delay gratification and focus on the present moment and what you can do now for the ultimate reward in the future. Try to focus on creating daily and weekly systems. This idea comes from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, by the way. This is a pretty great book that I would recommend anyone read. Instead of having a goal to look like Chris Bumstead or have six-pack abs, focus on working out as effectively and intensely as you can and progressively overloading and getting better over time. You can make a workout schedule of what days you're gonna go, let's say Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and what time you're gonna go at and what muscles you're gonna hit with whatever workout split you want. And if you're struggling with finding the motivation to start, realize that action always comes first, and waiting for motivation or inspiration is something that the top 1% do not do, because they realize that taking action will give you the motivation. Taking action and seeing the results from your work, no matter how small, will give you infinitely more motivation than watching some David Goggins or Andrew Tate clip on YouTube. And if you want to learn how you can best utilize your precious and limited time and effort and work hard and efficiently towards your goals and what you're passionate about, feel free to watch my current most popular video. It goes over how exactly you can take your efficiency and work to the next level. That will be on the screen right now. All right, and now once you've set that big audacious goal for yourself and you know the direction you want to go in, because ultimately you need to have some sort of direction that you're going in order to have some sort of purpose and fulfillment that you're seeking after, so you can take action towards it to give yourself some more clarity. The next step is to disappear. And I don't mean literally disappear off the face of the planet. I mean, you're gonna have to disappear for a few months and work on developing yourself and reinventing yourself to reach the 2.0 version of you. So this phase is all about taking action, evolving, failing, and coming back stronger. In 2024, it's time to finally cut out the bad habits from your life that are holding you back and sabotaging your progress, and replace them with strong, healthy habits that are gonna nurture a strong mind and body. Just look around at most people nowadays. They're so chronically distracted. And this used to be me, bro. And it's still sometimes me. Sometimes I still slip up and I sometimes binge social media. Sometimes I eat some food that I probably shouldn't have eaten. So I'm not saying this as some god I'm saying this because this is what I went through, and I've struggled for years with unhealthy addictions and habits. Your life quality has much less to do with what you add to it, but a lot more to do with what you remove from it. Think about it, you could create an ultimate productivity routine. So many people try to add things into their routine like cold showers, reading, gratitude journaling, meditation. While these things are great, and I do some of them myself, like meditation and reading, if you think about it though, if you're adding all these new things to your routine, but at the baseline of your behavior, you're still eating junk food, you're not exercising, you're not getting good sleep, and you're not getting enough sunlight, you're not going outside, you're gonna feel pretty terrible, even if you're reading, you're meditating, you're practicing cold showers, practicing gratitude, journaling. So what I'm trying to say is that you need to focus on the essential 20% of actions that get you 80% of the results. This is known as the 80-20 rule. Basically saying focus on the most important tasks that you know you need to get done, and don't obsess over adding a lot of new things into your life that are ultimately gonna crowd out and clutter your routine and your time. The most successful people in the world can isolate and identify the highest ROI tasks that they know they need to complete in order to make money, in order to fulfill their mission. And while stuff like meditation, learning, reading can certainly help, There could also be someone who doesn't read and doesn't meditate and doesn't take cold showers, but does the most essential tasks for their business or their fitness and gets better results than someone who does a bunch of extra stuff. The most successful people in the world know the value of sleep. They know the value of good nutrition, and they make sure that their work gets done. A YouTuber could make the best channel art, get a great profile picture, great channel banner. He could plan his videos, talk to other creators. He could make thumbnails, all these things. But if he doesn't get in front of the camera and press record and make the video, he'll get no new subscribers, no views, and he won't grow his channel and become the YouTuber. This sounds pretty obvious when I say it, but it's insane how much we procrastinate by adding all these extra little tasks to our lives that ultimately don't serve us and don't give us the progress we need. Like I said, with the 80-20 rule, we want to be doing the 20% of tasks that give us 80% of the results. And I've noticed that the most successful people in the world, once they've identified the important actions that are going to give them the biggest return for their time, they take that extra time to learn how to get better at the most important tasks. So not only do they have more clarity and they have a much more simple routine because they know what to do, they spend the extra time that they have to learn how to level up in that task that they know they need to do. If you do this, you will cut out a lot of your procrastination and get a lot more results than you could ever imagine. If there are extra practices that you like to do, like meditating in the morning, taking a cold shower to get focused, if those things help you, do them. If they help you continue your mission and continue your journey and help you level up, then by all means go for it. But just don't get caught up in all these extra productivity hacks, all these extra little things that you can do. Make sure your most important business gets taken care of. You don't really need me to tell you what to remove. You already know that you shouldn't be over-consuming social media. You shouldn't be eating junk food. All the things that give you brain fog and worsen your mental energy and worsen your mental health. When you start exercising daily, you start sleeping better. You start eating better foods that nourish you. You unlock so much more time, energy, willpower, mental energy that you can divert into getting better in your skill or your goal of choice. And that is how you're gonna really change your life in 2024. If this message is resonating with you, if you need some help with your fitness, your productivity, your discipline, whatever it is you're going through right now, I do offer free coaching, and the link for that will be in the description. I'm happy to see how I can help you. If you find that you keep going back to these bad habits and you're consistent for a few days, but then you bounce back to doing the stuff that you know that's bad for you, it might just be that you don't see the full picture. You don't see the vision of what you want to build. There's a cool story that I heard not too long ago that really encapsulates what I'm saying right now. So there's two construction workers, and they're both working on the same construction project, and they're laying bricks all day, pretty much 8 hours a day. And one of the construction workers is getting really bored. He's complaining. He's like, I hate laying bricks. Why do I keep having to lay these bricks? This is boring. He's waiting for the day to end. He just wants to go home. The other construction worker overhears this man complaining. So he walks over to the first man after hearing the complaining. He tells him, we're not laying bricks. We're building a cathedral. Of course, when you have the mentality of you're only laying bricks, it's hard to be consistently doing something that you don't enjoy, something that seems tedious and strenuous, something that seems so boring and tedious isn't fun when that's all you think about it as. When you just think about it like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this. Think about it from a perspective of you get to lay these bricks, you get to build up this foundation of strength and discipline to ultimately build the cathedral, which is your final goal. Or not even a goal. Maybe the goal is just an infinite pursuit of the best version of yourself. And if you're still watching to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, and feel free to subscribe for more helpful guides like this in the near future. And once again, the coaching information is in the description. Feel free to book a free call with me. I wish you guys the best of luck in 2024.